Junkies!
Let's get to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is the other property that is brand new coming out this week. And almost, I don't want to say it's been lost in the shuffle, because when the Snyder Cut final trailer came out, the Falcon and Winter Soldier final trailer came out the very next day. So I don't know if they were trying to undercut some of the wave, get people excited about it. But there's a lot of hype building up for this one. But I think there's a lot of not knowing what to expect with this one, based off of how WandaVision kind of went. I think a lot of people are kind of waiting to see what this is going to be. What do you guys expect Falcon and the Winter Soldier to be, and do you think it's going to live up to its hype? Let's start with Amarak. What do you think? Don't leave me hanging, man.
I think he thinks that
don't
the
start
noodles
with
he's eating.
Amarak.
Yeah, don't leave me hanging, man.
The noodles he's eating is pretty good. That's
right.
What
Yeah, just don't leave me hanging.
Oh no, that's over and done with that.
Fire noodles.
I'm going into Falcon and Winter Soldier once again, just wide-eyed ready. Like what is there to say? Like, bring it.
There's a lot to say. I mean, there's a lot to say based on the like. How many trailers did you see? Like, have you seen the trailers?
Like, I've seen the two, but like.
So you didn't see the final? Did you see the final one?
No.
Okay.
What was the final?
The final one just came out a couple of days ago. It was a little more fleshed out.
Oh, I probably didn't see it then. Because once I saw that they put so much work, non-movie into like just the wings, I was like, yeah, that's it. Just give it to me.
Okay.
Like, it looks so damn good. There's too much to say, in all honesty.
All right, let's try Megatron then. What are you looking forward to with Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Something new. It's been more than a year, since anything close to a blockbuster. Obviously, we'll have the Snyder Cut. And as good as WandaVision was to watch, it wasn't action-packed. So I'm looking forward to some action. I'm looking forward to possible cameos, a little buddy cop feel. It's just been a while since I've seen something blow up, that was shot, $20 million an episode. So I want to see what $20 million
looks like. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
Looking forward to it.
That's a good one. GQ.
I'm looking forward to it in the sense that it's going to is like you said, Feige did the right thing. He's doing it as appointment television. Yes, Snyder Cut's going to drop. It's going to have its maybe week or two where people see it, and then it's going to be done. Falcon and Winter Soldier carries on for what, 8 episodes or whatever, however long it's going to be. So they just like WandaVision, they've got weeks of people just what's going to happen next, what's going to happen next, constant conversation, constant debates. So they're keeping the Disney, the Marvel and Disney name, and especially Disney Plus, out front in front of everybody for long stretches of time. So it's kind of like, and then what comes after this? Loki?
Yep.
And everybody's going to watch that.
Hell yeah.
Loki was one of the most popular things to come out of Thor.
Mm-hmm.
So just this business model is insanely good. So it's just like, and Loki, I'm sure, is going to lead right into probably Black Widow coming out. So they're just keeping it. It's just like, look, we're keeping our subscription base strong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you ain't going to be able to just sign up for a free little trial and binge everything because guess what? Stuff's still coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, Snyder Cut's going to get maybe 2 weeks worth of hoopla. It better be really, really good because Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be here for a while.
Okay, so out of the chat, before I turn it over to Dada real quick, Preem says, we finally gotten some MCU this year, so I think everyone isn't jonesing like we have been. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Wolverine Solid X says, looks good. We'll see. Cassidia says, Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm not a fan, but I'm going to watch it with an open mind. Hannah Omega says, not expecting much from Falcon, etc. Hopefully it'll be the opposite of the WandaVision and those sneak in surprises we weren't expecting. Haha. And that's the other thing. So do we think that the rampant speculation maybe punching some of those fans in the mouth of their speculation, you think they may hold off on that, or you think it's going to continue?
No, they're going to keep going, and I've had this stance for a very long time, since Resident Evil 2 the movie. Don't expect shit, and don't put your own stuff into it because it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm an advocate of that's the reason why the Star Wars movies, the sequels,
Got so much
prequels,
hate?
whatever, got so much hate.
Yeah.
Because everybody thought that it was supposed to go like their imagination. It was supposed to go like the books did.
Yeah.
It's supposed to go like this, and
Yeah.
it didn't, and that's why they didn't hate it.
Yeah.
And you can argue with me, you can at me at that, and it's the exact same thing with WandaVision.
I do think there is room for both things to be true. They could hate for what it was presented, but they could also hate it because it didn't go the way they wanted.
I agree
Right.
that you could watch a movie and not like it and dislike, what's going on. But for Star Wars, I 100% think it was because it didn't do. Luke Skywalker was not how Luke Skywalker. He was supposed to come out and be like, I can beat everybody because I'm the badass. I'm the Akuma of this freaking franchise, and nobody can stop me. And that's what they wanted to see. Instead, they saw a dude that was like Yoda because he was taught by Yoda. He was influenced by Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Two people who freaking hid themselves away.
There you go in the chat right there.
Yeah, I know.
There you go. I'm adding you.
You
guys.
can at me. And 100. It was not just badly made. You didn't like it because Luke Skywalker did not do what you didn't want him to do. And I told that to his face.
Real quick on that. Real quick to touch on that.
Yeah.
Here's what's changed. Back in the internet and social media has kind of ruined it for a lot of reasons. Because back when we were growing up, even if you didn't like Return of the Jedi, you weren't talking about who directed it, the producers. You weren't talking about the executives because you didn't care about any of that. It didn't matter. It was what was on screen. Now everybody wants to throw Kathleen Kennedy on the thing, and it's just like, I don't care about her. Yes, whatever. Kevin Feige, he does a great job, and that's cool. I rocked with Kevin Feige for that reason. But to sit here and be like, well, Kathleen Kennedy, it's like, well, Kathleen Kennedy is part of the equation, but there's still a director.
There's still a writer.
And there's still a writer. There's still there's all these other moving parts. And it's just like, yes, Last Jedi was underwhelming for some people. And I get why. But at the same time, it's like, y'all had all these theories about Snoke and we're going to learn who Rey's parents are. And it's like, when did they say any of that was going to happen?
They didn't.
You imagined all of that was going to be whatever.
Exactly.
And again, because
she's Obi-Wan's daughter.
Could you imagine if it would have been the old school release schedule for Star Wars when it was like 3 years between movies?
Oh, my God.
And no news about it like that.
Yeah, that
we
would
don't
be
know the
insane.
things going on. I 100% think that if we didn't have the internet in the way we have the internet right now, things probably would be a little bit different. But, people had their speculations, but I didn't hear the speculations like that during the sequel or the prequels at all because nobody knew what they were going to get. They had a vague idea of where Vader came from,
right?
And some of that got put in there, but a lot of the stuff people was like, "Oh, Jar Jar Binks." Well, I didn't like the character. I understand you didn't like the character, but you didn't like the character because of an expectation you had. You really didn't like the character.
Yeah,
people don't like freaking how Luke Skywalker is. Because he is not the expectations, what they read in the books, or what he thought he was supposed to be. And everybody can make these excuses left and right, but if he wasn't like Yoda or Obi-Wan Kenobi, if he was out there badass, I'm a badass motherfucker, they wouldn't even be thinking like this.
This is true.
Real quick before we push to the and give the power to the people, Nada brought up in the chat, said, I think there's 1 to 5 too many Star Wars or TV shows because I'm lost. Why not let it end instead of keeping okay, here's why it won't end.
Money.
Yeah, regardless of the toy sales going down, Star Wars merchandise is still one of the most lucrative merchandising brands in the world.
Doesn't matter whether it's mugs, T-shirts,
that
toys,
brand,
whatever.
As long as the name
goes
is
nowhere.
involved.
Dude, hello, Force FX lightsabers.
Those things are fucking cool.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like that's one thing that is generational. Like we all grew up with it, and then obviously the prequels came through. We sat through those, and then now obviously the sequel trilogy and everything beyond. Yeah, some of it's kind of losing me a little bit here and there, but I'm still going to watch it because it's Star Wars. That's my thing.
Yeah, they just have too many writers and stuff at this point. Is what's holding them from continuing. After Rogue One, they had like 4 more writers do everything else, and it just wasn't the same.
But you really think there's only going to be one writer to do like all of these?
Not
Star Wars
one.
stories?
Just keep the other ones around to consult. Like Gary Whitta did a good job when he helped with Rogue One, and they like never did anything else with anyone else with any other Star Wars. Like, why? Go get him. Like, just don't. Why do you keep doing that to yourself?
There's a plethora of writers, especially the ones that wrote all those expanded universe novels, that probably would love to come back and say, hey, Disney, let me help you consult, bring in some of that charm of the old novels to some of your new properties. And maybe they're doing that. Maybe they are doing that. We don't know.
Yeah,
We'll have to see.
Again, I wish. Hey, we hope you enjoyed that clip. Make sure you check out our live content on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Culture Junkies. We also have a lot of content available on YouTube, unboxings as well as Blu-ray reviews. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Culture Junkies. And on top of all of that, if you go to culturejunkies.net, you can check out our merch store. The link is culturejunkies.net/merch. There's a lot of great merchandise there. So there's links and logos and stuff all around me. So check those out, and we will see you next time.